everyone. I'm Symphony Privet. Thank you for joining us here on Featured. We hope to inspire or simply make you smile with uplifting stories across the country. A Missouri man found his true calling on the water. He had his eyes set on being a riverboat captain since the age of 8 years old. Most said he could never earn the title, but he proved them wrong. Renee Knott shows us how he's chugging along the Mississippi while making history.
They call it the mighty Mississippi for a reason.
Mississippi is kind of crazy.
And he can tell you why.
We got all these bridges out here. Then the water levels go up and down. You got your weather, you got traffic and everything, so you're constantly dodging stuff.
As a riverboat captain,
this is probably one of the more challenging locations to operate a riverboat.
It is Kevin East's job to know these waters.
My office is a nice office. I got a 365-degree view. I can see everything.
Navigating along the riverfront is not only his occupation.
When I first came down, I was 8 years old.
Being a captain,
my mother brought me down because I like to see boats and everything.
Is his dream come true.
And I think that's one of the reasons why Captain East shines at what he does.
He worked at it.
He earned that license. He worked really hard for it.
Captain East started at the bottom.
When I turned 18, I actually got a job as a deckhand.
Learning just about every job on his climb to the bridge.
Talking to people about my desire to become a captain, a lot of them were saying, well, you don't want to do that because it's a lot of work, you wouldn't pass the examination and stuff like that. And they just said, you just flat out can't do it. And that kind of motivated me to actually just go for it.
Earning the title of captain in 1992 was also historic.
Test proctor told me, he says, you know, I've never proctored a test taken by an African American before.
He became the first African American in Missouri,
and that was a complete surprise to me.
To do it.
It meant more to me that I was able to accomplish that.
And he hopes his presence on his riverboat serves as a beacon.
Anytime somebody asks me about it, I would be gladly to show them the ropes and everything.
Showing people the possibilities when you navigate a course.
Never let anybody tell you that you can't do anything.
For making your ambitions.
Never give up on your dreams.
Reality.
Just persevere, just keep going.
That was Renee Knott reporting. Hundreds of people are supporting a man's mission to restore his community after a tornado ripped it apart. Large trees fell down and homes were destroyed, leaving him and his neighbors with an expensive cleanup on their hands, as you can see right behind me here. Well, that is until a social media post led to an outpouring of giving. Brent Solomon explains.
I never would have thought that it would have come to this.
Calvin Motley is overwhelmed by the financial support that's now putting him to work.
Trees were in this yard, in her yard, in my yard.
After the May 16th tornado, he jumped in, cutting down fallen trees, removing debris, and mowing overgrown properties. He's also started repair work.
The chimney was blown over.
He's now assessing more repairs that he'll carry out over the next couple of months, right here on his North St. Louis block.
She's got a couple of pieces of siding and a window that we're going to replace. And the lights to her garage are not working, and we'll get them to work.
Look at this walkboard he set up as a support to get from one roof to the next.
Get up on the ladder onto my roof of my house and walk across and work on my neighbor's house. And that's what I'm going to do to the next house too.
His efforts catching the eyes of some 57,000 people who have liked his videos on TikTok.
This is
every day from sun up to sundown, he's out here working and doing something in this block.
Neighbor Felicia Lewis is grateful she didn't have to pay a dime after the tornado struck her home.
He replaced my gate. He helped replace all the wires and everything to my house that came down. The roofing, he said somebody got to do it. And he's been doing it all by himself.
At some point, you begin to see the progress and you say, oh, this is worth it. I'm good with this.
That was Brent Solomon reporting. Well, the giving continues at a school in Pennsylvania. A teacher's impact, it's not just measured in lessons. For one teacher, it involves her classroom. Now, here's what's going on there. Her students say that space is a very special one for them, even after graduation. Melina Brown tells us how one former student is paying it forward.
From the outside of Jessica Dar's classroom, it looks like all the others in Central York High School. But on the inside, it's like no other.
It's like the style of making a space cozy, which makes it more inspiring and welcoming for kids, which is what I was really leaning towards.
Dar, just like her classroom, had an unconventional path, starting as a banker before going back to become a teacher at 26. And she knew from the start that she wanted her classroom to be a safe space.
Maybe my home life is great, but I don't really fit in with my peers, or, whatever the situation is, somebody coming here from a different country and they don't understand the language, whatever it is, I wanted to create a space where everyone felt welcomed.
So she pitched the idea of an alternative setup to the school administration, and they were on board. So Dar got to work fundraising, which allowed her to add couches and high-top tables to her room, leaving her students in awe.
I just remember when I turned and walked in the door, and it's going to make me cry because it still is just so lovely. They were standing and clapping when I walked back into the room because they understood I was doing it for them. I wanted to create this space for them.
That moment left a lasting impact on one student who Dar stayed connected with. Years later, that student's sister, a popular social media influencer named Nabella Noor, offered to redo Miss Dar's room.
She was like, we want to do something nice for a teacher. Of course, you're the first one that came to mind. I know you already have a beautiful space, but would you mind if we came in and added some stuff for you?
Dar says she was honored and thankful, adding they asked her exactly what she wanted and needed.
They legitimately rolled up with a U-Haul, said get out, and we'll see you in a couple of hours.
And from there, they gave the room a makeover, adding a brand new desk for Dar, new decor, and inspirational quotes all over the walls.
Just such a generous thing, exactly what I needed to come into the school year and be like, yes, okay, we got this,
Now, Dar says her classroom is what she always envisioned.
It's safe, it's welcoming, everybody belongs here, and let's be together and learn.
That was Melina Brown reporting. Now in Connecticut, there is a push for more kids to get on two wheels and go. Tim Lateau speaks to a teenager who's never ridden a bike, but thanks to a company, that's about to change.
I never rode a bike before, so this will probably be my first time.
In her 18 years, Kayla Godlock has never had the chance to climb aboard a bicycle. So looking at her new bike, she can only imagine what it will feel like to coast along.
Like most people say, you feel good when you ride a bike, especially when it's windy outside and going down a hill. Anything, it'll feel good going through your hair.
Kayla is a recipient of a newly built bike from employees at Bloomfield-based Cigna Healthcare, which donated 200 bikes to kids at the Boys and Girls Clubs of Hartford.
It's part of our mission to create healthy communities and having our employees have this opportunity to connect kids with bikes, which provide independence. They support mental health, they support physical health.
Despite all the health benefits, the number of kids who ride a bike has dropped off over the past 2 decades. And according to nonprofit allkidsbike.org, less than a quarter of kids get the recommended hour of physical activity daily. Boys and Girls Clubs of Hartford president and CEO Bruce Jeffrey says the donated bikes will not only improve the kids' physical and mental health, but it will provide many of them the transportation they need.
And enable our kids to be able to get around town, whether it's coming to the Boys and Girls Club, whether it's going to school, or even some of our kids that are working, being able to enable them to have access to get to where they want to go.
Now, Kayla won't have to wonder what it's like to ride a bike. She's just wondering of all the places she'll go.
I don't know yet. We gonna see where the bike takes me.
I love that. I loved riding my bike when I was a kid. Maybe I need to get a new one as an adult. Already, that was Tim Latow reporting. We have much more for you ahead on Featured. Up next, meat cutters come out the kitchen to show off their slicing skills. We'll tell you why they're stepping on ice to do it. Plus, business in the front and party in the back. Look at these little ones. We meet the young boy who's taking the country's mullet competition by the tail. All right, welcome back, everyone. Now, you don't usually find ribeyes and razor-sharp knives at a hockey rink, but that is exactly where Sean Giggy found himself. He takes us to a chili competition where the blades are sharp and the stakes, see what we did there, are even higher.
At the Children's Health Star Center in Farmers Branch, it's not uncommon to find someone sharpening their blades before taking the ice. But this is a new one. 19 people cutting meat on a hockey rink.
Are you kidding me?
Tanya Harding would have a cow.
Don't limit a hockey rink to just hockey or figure skating. It's good for a meat cutting competition too.
Bailey Glenn represents Texas Roadhouse, and this is the company's annual Meat Cutter Challenge. It's like the Super Bowl for steak savants.
Their job is an art. They put so much work into it.
I definitely couldn't do what they do.
Bailey says these 19 are some of the company's most vital employees.
Without them, we wouldn't be Texas Roadhouse for sure.
They are the bread and butter of what we do.
Texas Roadhouse meat cutters hand cut every steak in-house. So to reward them for their hard work, the restaurant started this challenge in 2001. They compete on a hockey rink to simulate working conditions.
So they do work in a refrigerated room.
Competitors are given about 30 pounds of meat. The winner is the one who yields the most steaks with the highest quality within the allotted time. Local and regional winners advance to nationals, where the best meat cutter in America will earn $25,000. But for many of them, this isn't about the money.
Like for me, like the money is extra. It's more about like proving that I can. Like I'm a good meat cutter and like my standards are high. The meat that I cut is showing the kind of person that I am.
Generally speaking, customers don't even know they exist, but they say true character is being unnoticed and taking pride in your work anyway. Qualities that may be rare, but lead to a job well done. In Farmers Branch, I'm Sean Giggy.
And this next lineup is the next USA Mullet Champion. We're going to Waco, Texas to meet a 4-year-old. His name is Rooster, and he's in the running in the competition. Lindsay Leapman speaks to his family, who hopes they will raise money for our military veterans and bring home the title.
From every angle, Milo the Rooster Sanchez has joined the mullet movement.
He wears that haircut. I mean, that kid right there, he is 100% Milo, you know, and that mullet just belongs to him.
Parents Ashley and David say his shoulder-length locks began years ago.
Started after his first birthday, when we got his first haircut. It didn't fit him, so we were letting it grow out.
When they heard about the mullet competition, it was meant to be.
Last year, I had caught it right when it already started, so I put a reminder on my phone for this year to get him entered.
Now he's moving up the leaderboard.
Condensed it down to 100 kids. He's currently 22nd going into round 2.
If he swings a win, Milo has some plans for the cash prize.
Help animals, help Mommy go to Daddyland.
But the main attraction aren't the mullets. It's the money that goes to our military men and women. The competition gives 100% of funds to provide mortgage-free accessible homes for wounded combat veterans.
Oh, it's great because them guys protect us 1,000%. We would not be able to do anything out here without them. That is what we need more of in the world.
Good luck to that little one. That was Lindsay Leapman reporting. Now, this man holds the record for the oldest male personal trainer. He is almost 20 years older than some of the seniors in his classes. Boyd Hubert takes us to Minnesota, where he's getting some special recognition.
All right, time to work out. Let's go.
If your classic rock song needs a rocker,
all right, let's pick them up, put them down.
Red Woman is your man.
Give me some hammers.
A Rochester IBM retiree with a battery.
Switch legs.
Still charged.
Shift that weight.
You could tell yourself this.
He definitely is not 84.
But then how would you explain this?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
He doesn't look no 84.
Here we go.
If you're here to see the action, he doesn't act no 84.
He moves like a teenager. But while the real, live, 84-year-old keeps beat at the front of the studio, in the back, there's a stranger.
All right.
With a camera. Why she's here in a moment.
Here we go.
But first, picture this.
3. This is just standing at the top of Mount Elbert.
This climber of mountains, rider of bike expeditions, runner of marathons,
pick him up,
and leader of the pack has a philosophy.
Keep moving and don't think about that number. Bigger. If I got rid of that class and didn't replace it with something, push it up there, and I'd just probably become an old guy. You know.
And there you have it.
That'd be an old guy. That's good.
Yet the non-old guy
3
is often a decade or more
looking good,
older than the seniors
like that
he's training.
You're 71.
Yeah.
He's got 13 years on you.
Yeah.
Which brings us back to that stranger.
All right, here we go.
With the camera.
10. Great.
My name is Hannah Ortman, and I am an official Guinness World Records adjudicator.
The rocker.
Congratulations.
Is about to jazz up his resume.
Fred, with an age of 84 years, you have achieved a new Guinness World Records title for the oldest personal trainer, male.
I got to be honest with you here. I'm fighting the urge to have you all stand up and do some jumping jacks with me. All right, now we're talking.
Fred Woolman, classic rocker.
Let me see some footwork.
Nowhere close.
I like that footwork.
To a rocking chair.
That was Boyd Hubert reporting. Now don't go too far. Still ahead on Featured, a job that is offering more than just money. We hear from employees who say they're getting a second chance.
Why are you crying? Chuck, it's okay.
Have you seen this video? Some raw emotion from a heartbroken 70-year-old Dallas Cowboys fan. They'll explain what brought him to tears and how some folks on social media made him smile again. Welcome back. Let's dive into what's trending now. This one's for all my sports fans out there. Now, don't you just hate when your favorite player gets traded from your favorite team? Yeah, as heartbreaking as it can be for adults, it turns out it can be even harder on kids. Matt Howerton shows us how a 7-year-old fan's tearful reaction got the attention of an NFL player.
You're lying. Stop lying.
That was Isaac Gonzalez's first response when his mom told him the Cowboys had traded his favorite player.
His uncles and stuff kind of asked me to record his reaction because they knew he was going to be emotional.
And if you too are a Cowboys fan, you can probably see a bit of yourself in this 7-year-old's next reaction.
Why are you crying? Chuck, it's okay.
I checked on the NFL news and it was real.
Yes, sadly, Parsons is gone, but that TikTok, a harmless moment between a mom and her son, soon got a lot of attention.
I realized just how much views I was getting. I think we woke up with like 170,000 and then we finished the day with like 2.5 million.
One of those views?
I was like, oh my God, like he commented on it. So there we were looking for it.
Came from Micah Parsons himself.
He said, I'm sorry, and then with like a emoji kind of.
And that wasn't the last time Isaac would hear from Micah.
Yo, my dog.
Parsons' team got in touch with Isaac's family and scheduled some FaceTime with the second grader so his hero could let him know everything would be okay.
What's up, Micah?
What's up, man?
I was like, is this actually Micah Parsons?
The Gonzalez family bleeds silver and blue. They live in California and have made their way to training camp before to see some of Dallas's biggest stars.
Have a good day and keep going over.
Thank you.
But this gesture, they say, goes beyond the game. A star taking time to comfort a child.
The Micah trade has had him stressing, and for them to take the time of day, the smile on his face, he's been living a dream and talks about it all day. I'm so grateful.
In Dallas, I'm Matt Howerton.
I know how he feels. That's how I felt when I waited in the queue for Beyonce's tickets to her Cowboy Carter tour, and by the time I got in, they were all sold out. But I got my ticket later on. It was okay. Micah Parsons, the football player, you are the real MVP. You gave that young man a cherished memory for life, and I'm sure a lot of fans love that moment. That's a wrap on Trending. Here's a look at what you can expect up next. A party fit for a king. A community showers a beloved maintenance worker with love and appreciation. Why they say he is an inspiration. Plus, how artificial intelligence can turn a person with no artistic talent into Vincent van Gogh. Thank you for staying with us on Featured. I'm Symphony Privet, and we are continuing to bring you some uplifting stories across the country. Right now, we are meeting maintenance royalty in Maryland. A community is celebrating a man for his impact at one high school. He's a man of few words, but as Sean Martinelli explains, his actions are speaking volumes to everyone he meets.
How many more?
At Good Counsel High School in Olney, Maryland,
2 after that.
Guests arrived by the hundreds. They brought pomp and circumstance to a celebration fit for a president, only to be graced by the presence of a king. Yes, that crown's plastic. But around here, Mario Gonzalez is royalty. Pop by the school any day and ask any student.
He's the guy. He's that guy. He's Mario.
Right. He's always in the lunchroom. This is his spot, pretty much.
Billy.
I love Mario. Yeah, like he's just amazing.
Those words describe a man whose own language is limited. But Mario's power comes from his actions.
Hey, Gabby. How you?
You good?
His smiles touch everyone.
How you?
Whether you're still in school or on the staff.
I want to be like Mario.
Hey, baby.
From teachers.
He's here part-time now, but if he could, he would probably be here all 5 days, all 7 days.
All the way to administration.
He just loves being around the kids, and he loves everybody. And that's the thing, is they all love him back because of it.
Though few here know the story behind this maintenance majesty.
Yeah.
Kathy Pajaro is Mario's niece.
He was diagnosed with cerebral palsy at birth.
And the doctor's prognosis was grim.
I told my grandmother that he wouldn't live very long, and if he did, he wouldn't have a very great quality of life.
Mario proved them wrong when he came to the U.S. with his family from Guatemala, when he got a job here some 40 years ago. When he pushed his way into the hearts of people like Jen Cabigas.
And that partly inspired my husband and I to adopt our daughter from Guatemala. This is a picture of Mario welcoming our daughter Soleil when we first adopted her from Guatemala.
That toddler's now all grown up.
I'm a senior this year.
Today, Soleil calls Mario an uncle and a hero.
His birth story, the doctors were saying he wasn't going to make it and stuff like that. It's really inspiring to see someone come out of that and just, really embrace life the way he does.
Which brings us back to that celebration.
Mario, you know we love you, right?
In honor of his 70th birthday, Good Counsel threw a Mario Fest.
Thank you. Bye.
7 decades after doctors said he would die. Mario fully lived.
You happy?
Yeah.
Every moment.
The fact that my uncle was able to have this incredibly fulfilling life with all this joy and love, people who made him feel special. It's been a really beautiful thing to see.
And in Mario's case, to feel.
She's great with Mario.
Cry, Mario.
Él también la quiere mucho. Él la ama mucho.
Under those Friday night lights,
please welcome to the field, Mario Gonzalez.
This lunchroom king shined brighter than ever before. Some people are born into royalty. Mario Gonzalez earned his crown with little more than a cleaning cloth and kindness.
That was Sean Martinelli reporting. Hunting for a job can be challenging and just straight up overwhelming at times, and it is especially hard for formerly incarcerated folks. So that's why one company in Arizona is giving them a chance. David Chazanoff speaks to employees who say this opportunity is changing their lives for the better.
It means the world, because there's a lot of companies out there that have kind of turned away from us.
Dakota Bright went from being incarcerated for 4.5 years due to drug issues to rebuilding his life at Awake Window and Door Company.
Awake really opened up, listens to us and cares about us, and they look at us now and don't look at our past.
Since 2022, the AutoCAD technician has been receiving valuable mentorship and guidance at work.
Awake has helped me tremendously build my life from the ground up. Before coming to Awake, I did not have much work experience at all.
After spending roughly 9 years behind bars altogether for substance abuse and burglary, Raymond Montoya became Bright's co-worker 6 months ago.
It's life-changing in so many ways, and everybody has their own story, but for me, it opened doors, it closed doors, and it's helped me move on to where I need to be in my life right now.
The manufacturing technician says his job is helping him reunite with family.
I recently got in contact with my kids, so I'm a co-parent now with my child, just family events. They notice I'm stepping the right steps, and it's nice.
John Inglestead with Awake says success stories like Montoya is what gives him energy every day.
We just haven't dealt with this issue as a society, and we felt like, we could make an impact. Maybe small, right? 100 employees isn't huge, but every life we touch is an impact.
The COO says his firm has an HR manager who connects employees with resources when needed.
When we bring you in, if you're having transportation issues, he'll connect you with the right resources. Have housing challenges, he can connect you with nonprofits in the valley.
Employees encourage other businesses to take a chance on people with a criminal history.
You shouldn't be so quick to judge someone by their past. All they really need is that one chance. They can really show someone that they are worth it.
That was David Chazanoff reporting. That was a comeback story that is nothing short of unbelievable. We hear from a 13-year-old boy who survived 3 days at the bottom of a ravine in Missouri, and he is now back home with a new motto for life. Megan Kernan shares his story.
See, going back was the good part.
It's been more than a month since 13-year-old Cody Trankel vanished about half a mile away from his home near Goose Creek Lake, falling off his skateboard and tumbling 240 feet down into a ravine. For nearly 80 hours, his family and volunteers never gave up hope.
Well, I can't really remember what happened after I fell off. All that I really know is that I flew off the board. But it was the grass's fault, man. It wasn't my fault.
More than 3 days later, a canine named Daryl found Cody lying in a foot of water. He suffered severe brain bleeding, pneumonia, and deep wounds.
A little crazy, because I'm like, there's no physical way. But then also I feel like she should be playing Where's Waldo, so she could have found me earlier, man.
After being airlifted to St. Louis, Cody spent 11 days in a medically induced coma.
Man, I wanted to leave the second I woke up from the coma. So I was just determined to get home so much that I just did whatever they needed me to do to get there.
With his resilience and his mom, Stephanie Neely, who never left his side, Cody proved what a fighter he is. Once again.
For somebody to go through what he went through and a month later be able to walk out of the hospital and have the mindset that he does and have, very minimal effects from the accident is truly inspiring.
His family says the moment he opened his eyes was nothing short of a blessing. Before he was released from the hospital Friday, he climbed this rock wall 4 times.
And he said, all I know is I survived, and that's the best part, and that's my new motto.
Now Cody's finally back home, walking, smiling, playing football with his family, and most of all, grateful.
Can't physically run, can't jog, can't ride bikes, can't do anything much until the back of my head heals.
Cody says he's determined to get back on a skateboard one day, this time with new rules.
Wear helmets.
And that was Megan Kernan reporting. A day at an amusement park in Pennsylvania turned scary, very scary for one family. A young boy was seen walking on the monorail track out there all alone. Tyler Poglich caught up with the man who helped bring that boy to safety, who is now being called a hero.
On Saturday, a crowd of people in a panic after spotting a young boy on top of the monorail tracks at Hershey Park. The ride was closed at the time of the incident, but that didn't stop one man from trying to help.
Kind of like the dad instincts kicked in, and then it was just trying to figure things out and how to get up there as fast as possible.
John Sampson of Bucks County says when he saw the boy, he didn't hesitate and quickly climbed onto the roof of a snack stand and then up onto the tracks themselves, getting the child down to safety. It's a feeling he says he'll never forget.
Relief, absolute relief. And even I could feel it in him, the relief, as soon as he got into my arms. And thank goodness he came straight into my arms, and it went nice and simply in that sense.
A spokesperson from Hershey Park says the child was reported missing around 5 p.m. Saturday. He somehow got through the closed secured monorail entrance before venturing onto the track. Hershey Entertainment and Resorts released a statement saying, quote, "We are grateful for the vigilance of our guests and the swift response of our team, and we remain committed to the highest levels of guest safety throughout Hershey Park. From the time he was first reported missing to the moment he was back with his family, just 23 minutes had passed." People all over social media are now praising Sampson for his heroic actions, including the boy's parents.
They reached out to me this morning, so we were able to talk. Obviously a lot of thanks and everything, which was wonderful. And I'm so happy to hear that he's obviously back with his family, which is the biggest thing out of all this.
Though it's a scary situation, it's also a reminder that sometimes a complete stranger can step up in a moment when it matters the most.
That was Tyler Poglich reporting. And now that we've got your heart pacing from that dramatic rescue, it's definitely scary. Let's get your feet moving now. A fair in Arkansas draws in thousands every year for a high-energy, fast-paced show. It's a square dance contest, and Lauren Spencer takes us to the floor where the competition is heating up.
The Clothesline Fair in Prairie Grove, where square dancing has been swinging the town round and round since the 60s.
Almost everybody in Prairie Grove and around in the western Washington County will be here at some point.
From the Cowboys and Can-Cans to the Rhythm Wranglers, it's a tradition that just keeps promenading.
It's kind of like nerve-wracking, like the first day you go on, but the second day you're like, I've already done this, it's okay.
It's the nation's largest square dancing competition with hundreds of kids showing off their months of practice. They even taught me some moves.
Well, there's a lot of stepping and a lot of twirling, and sometimes your feet hurt a lot.
But the hard work is worth it.
Getting the steps correct and getting your motions smooth.
There's 90 groups and 720 children showing off their best sachets.
My favorite part about it is the energy that they have to bring.
The high schoolers compete for bragging rights and a belt buckle.
This blows away high school football. These kids are athletes. To go across between square dancing and clogging for 8 minutes, incredible.
Here they were putting out chairs at daylight today to mark their spot so they would be able to see, their kid or grandkid dance.
And some third, even fourth generations of dancers passing down the moves.
My brother did it and I really liked it, so I wanted to try. Just have fun when you're out there and don't be nervous at all. It's gonna be okay. If you mess up, then just keep going. 1, 2.
Okay, I'm intrigued. I think I'd give it a try. Let me know if you've tried it before. I'm told that it was offered in gym class at some point at some schools. Yeah, let me know. That was Lauren Spencer reporting. It is time for a quick break, but let's check out what's coming up next. NFL tryouts that you probably don't know about. Look at this, how a bald eagle earned a spot on a professional football team. Welcome back. A bald eagle from Tennessee is spreading his wings all the way to the NFL. The bird has been drafted to the Eagles. Andrew McClung learns how he's preparing for the bright lights.
There's nothing quite as patriotic
as the bald eagle.
Our mission is to conserve, educate, and protect.
Jessica Hall is the CEO of the American Eagle Foundation in Kodak, Tennessee.
But we believe education is really we look at it as the body of the eagle. We feel like through really good, fun, interactive edutainment that we can inspire people to want to conserve and protect the bald eagle.
Part of the entertainment the nonprofit has been part of has included their Eagle Challenger flying at sporting events. But Challenger has since retired and Lincoln has flown into the spotlight.
So he has always shown the drive that he wants to be free-flighted.
I know, we gotta go in here.
Mary Beth Gosnell and Brad Skinner are Lincoln's handlers. The trio have been training across East Tennessee, including at Neyland Stadium.
We try to get opportunity. We try to find something that's appropriate, that's open space for us, for him to fly, and something that looks like it's enough altitude for him to go up and down. So we really try to look for areas like that.
Are you victory crying for everyone? Tell them all you're so happy.
Last year, Lincoln flew for the Philadelphia Eagles during a couple home games. This year, he soared into a full-time job.
We're happy to see Lincoln definitely be a part of the Philadelphia Eagles.
The stadium goes up in an uproar and all eyes turn to him and to you and when he lands, and so it's quite a very special experience and I'm very honored to be a part of it.
The beginning of a sky-high journey for Lincoln that the organization hopes will continue to soar on.
Challenger is the one who started it. Lincoln is now the successor. And we have 2 more Eagles that we're hoping will be doing the same thing in the future.
In East Tennessee, I'm Andrew McClung.
Women are stepping from the sidelines and onto a football field in Texas. Jimmy Searfrost tells us how the game started with an idea and a Facebook post.
And everyone's playing football. And I mean everyone. It all started less than a month ago when Miss Ross was just speaking her mind.
Just made a post on Facebook. I was like, I just felt like tackling somebody. And I got so many responses and 159 replied, but 60 came out and signed up. So I made 4 teams and we're gonna go ahead and play some flag football for the women.
No league, no organization, just a group of women coming together wanting to play some ball, including the ones that make up the go-getters, who've been practicing till the sun goes down. But they were just missing someone to coach and ref. So, Miss Ross did the same thing that got her here in the first place.
So I did tell the community I wanted to go ahead and do it. Coaches started reaching out to me, and they was like, hey, what you want to do? I see you got a lot of response, and they just started volunteering. I got volunteers from coaches, refs, all kinds of just everybody in the community just jumping in, volunteer sponsors and everything, and getting us going.
And now these teams have been filled with women that have been practicing twice a week, gearing up to play under the lights. But the game is only a piece of what makes this all special.
Best part is the sisterhood, just seeing the women laugh, play, have fun. A lot of them talking about they already lost like 2 or 3 pounds in a week, so it's just the getting healthy and just being uplifted. So that's what I love the most about this.
That was Jimmy Searfrost reporting, and I would 1,000% give that one a try. When I was younger, I used to be out in the front yard tussling with the neighborhood boys as they played catch. I think I could still do it. I got a solid arm. I could do it. All right, let's move on to our next story. AI seems to be spreading everywhere, from the workplace to your phone. But one artist in Connecticut is embracing it with his latest exhibit featuring AI art. Victoria Anderson talked to the artist about why.
I showed these pictures to people. The reaction typically was, wow, or how did you do that? Or what is it? Is it a painting?
It is a painting, but you aren't looking at the painter.
Set it up on the tripod.
You're looking at a photographer, Dan Butler. A pretty good one, too. But for his latest exhibit, he's trading in his shutters for brush strokes. The only problem is
I can't paint.
But there's one artificial application that can turn Dan into Da Vinci.
And it says open an oil brush.
12 photos of New England's landscape, all taken by Butler, have been translated into oil-based impressionistic style paintings by artificial intelligence.
So there is the basic AI interpretation.
The collection, The Road to Autumn, is on display now at the Berlin Peck Memorial Library. The before and afters sitting side by side.
And that's why I did the project, was to give people the opportunity to see what it can do and see which one they prefer.
AI art is a term that might make some artists shudder. But Butler is hoping the conversation connects to conservation.
What I used this project for was to partner with the Berlin Land Trust.
All proceeds from the exhibit go to protect local lands, like the ones Butler has been capturing for decades now.
My wife does say that I take happy pictures. So when she'll come into the house, she says they make me smile. So if I can get that type of reaction from somebody, particularly my wife, that's a good thing.
Giving viewers a compare and contrast of the tried and true and something new.
That was Victoria Anderson reporting. We have more for you on Featured. Stay with us.
All right.
Welcome back. Now, it's not unusual for firefighters to rescue animals from burning buildings, trees, or chimneys, but as Katie Lusso tells us, there's a bizarre call that some first responders got in Virginia that involved a bird and a dishwasher.
Like behind it.
Yep, that's the Arlington County Fire Department inside Maria Stagliano's apartment this weekend. Let's rewind though.
Excuse me.
This is Chester.
I met Chester in a bird store 4 years ago.
It was love at first sight.
Next thing I knew, I had a toucan living with me in my apartment.
The now 8-year-old has quite the following on social media where Maria shows off his chaos. Well, Sunday, that chaos ended with him falling into the toilet.
He plopped in, he freaked out, I freaked out, picked him up, scooped him, brought him into the sink and started rinsing him off to make sure he was clean.
Well, Chester did not like this and took off.
I'm like, where the heck did Chester go? He disappeared out of thin air.
After searching around, she found the tiniest opening behind her dishwasher, and inside was Chester.
He was just frozen, sopping wet, terrified, processing what had just happened.
She called the emergency maintenance hotline for her complex, but they said,
this is not an emergency. They'll come in 2 days after the Labor Day weekend holiday is over.
She was worried he was trapped.
He's my baby, so I didn't want to risk anything.
She called the non-emergency line for the Arlington County Fire Station.
I said, hi, I don't know if this is the right place to call, but maintenance won't help me. I'm in an apartment. My toucan is stuck.
How many times would you say you've responded to a call for a toucan and a dishwasher?
This is the first.
Jake Easton has been an Arlington County firefighter for 19 years. Sunday, they got a call.
There's a lady on the phone that says her toucan is stuck behind her dishwasher, and she wants us to come help her.
They weren't busy, so they headed her way, got inside, moved the dishwasher, and sure enough, there was Chester. The two were reunited, and all was well.
You see all these comments about them taking us away from service. They were not. This is our job. This is what we do. We help people. And I will also help birds whenever I have to.
Since then, the video of the rescue has blown up on social media. In a time of much chaos, this chaos much needed.
Yeah, it feels like a moment for some positivity in this community.
That was Katie Lusso reporting, and that is it for Featured. Until next time, make it a great one.